Developments in the wire fraud case against this local legislator. Just minutes ago, Reggie Fullwood walked out of the federal courthouse after pleading guilty to 2 criminal charges. Since he was first charged, Fullwood maintained he was innocent of any wrongdoing. Then, just a little while ago, federal judge Marcia Morales Howard asked him if he understands what a guilty plea means.
And Fullwood answered yes. He admits to the truth of 2 of 13 charges. As a result, he will lose his seat in the Florida House. Kent Justice has been covering these dramatic developments downtown, and he's joining us live. Kent, did Fullwood make any comments as he left the courthouse?
Well, we'll let you see. As he walked out of the courthouse here maybe 20 minutes ago, many of us from the media asked him several questions. He had one single solitary answer: silence, which is different than we saw even last week when the state representative was maintaining his innocence. He said all along he was innocent and that he would prove it. Instead, he was here in court today admitting his guilt. As the judge made clear, if you plead guilty to one of these, it's a conviction. So he pleaded guilty to a felony charge. That's the wire fraud charge. It's a scheme to defraud. And what she said as the judge read the facts of the case is that he had taken in money that was designated as campaign contributions, and then he had switched that money into an account that was personal and used that money for personal uses. That was the fraud, if you will. And then there was a misdemeanor count, but basically he admitted to not paying his taxes, not filing a tax return back in 2010. We talked to a former federal prosecutor just a little while ago. Curtis Fallgatter tells us that the state representative knew what he was giving up when he pleaded guilty.
He'll be adjudicated guilty probably in the next few days. The plea is typically taken by a magistrate judge. I'm not sure what judge they were in front of today.
Judge Howard.
All right, so the district judge took it, which means she is the district judge. She'll handle the sentencing. So she may well adjudicate him on the spot today, which once you're adjudicated, you're a convicted felon. That's in federal court. If you plead to a felony, you come out a convicted felon, and that means he loses all of his civil rights. So he surely knew that going in, which meant he knew he was giving up his campaign.
Giving up his campaign, giving up his right to vote, giving up his right to own a gun, all of those sorts of things the judge laid out in the courtroom today. We also know that the sentencing hasn't happened yet. That's at least 60 days away, and they set a sentencing date in January 2017. We know for that one felony charge, the state representative faces up to 20 years in prison, up to $250,000 in fines, and we know that he'll probably be asked to give back the $60,000 or so that came into that campaign account. He might have to pay restitution on that as well. All of that will be happening in the next several months. In the meantime, we know the Democratic Party is probably looking for someone to replace him in this coming election, which is just more than a month away for House District 13, which represents Jacksonville. Live in downtown Kent Justice, Channel 4, the local station.